Welcome to another edition of Ultimate Wrestling Talk. I'm your host, Red the Enforcer Anderson, and today I'm going to be bringing you some of the best matches of the week. We kicked off Raw with an emotional tribute to Mean Gene Okerlund. We saw the return of Hulk Hogan. He came out to the ring and he had a few antidotes from Gene, including the one where he said that he'd like to be buried face down so everybody could kiss his ass. Love you, Mean Gene, and we are really going to miss you. That brings us to our tag team champions. They defended against the Revival. Now, these guys are absolutely one of the best tag teams that WWE has right now. And they took it to the Revival. They put them over the top rope. And when it come time for the 1, 2, 3, Bobby Roode outside of the ring makes the difference. The referee does not see the foot under the bottom rope, and the tag team champions come out on top against the Revival. Now, SmackDown's best match of the night. It was a back and forth lucha spectacular with Rey Mysterio going against El Idolo, Samoa Joe, and we also saw what I think is one of the best cruiserweights going right now. He come off the top rope onto Samoa Joe. It was a fantastic frog splash, but in the end, we saw the tag team of Samoa Joe and El Idolo actually coming out on top and getting the 1, 2, 3. Now, Zelina Vega has to be extremely proud of her prodigy, and I cannot imagine anyone else getting pushed to the top right now. NXT. The best match of the night was obviously Adam Cole and EC3. They had an absolutely fantastic match. EC3 has got to be one of the most improved wrestlers in the last couple years. But Adam Cole, he is fantastic. I love to watch this guy wrestle, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the future. Unfortunately for Adam, he was not able to come out with the win because EC3 managed to get the 1, 2, 3 and won the match, but this feud is far from over and I cannot wait. Defiant, their weekly show Loaded, come out with a surprise. Pac is now part of Loaded. Now, he is still the Dragon Gate heavyweight champion, but he made his presence felt not only in Loaded, but he was announced as being part of the new AEW. Major League Wrestling. I have said this before and I will say it again. Teddy Hart is one of my favorite wrestlers. Him and the New Heart Foundation are running rampant in MLW. Now, he took on the Luchador Pentagon Jr., one half of the MLW Tag Team Champions. And let me tell you, I've said it before, these two guys are a couple of the best wrestlers in the world today. And every time I see Teddy Hart in the ring, I am completely amazed at what he can do. Pentagon and Teddy Hart tore it up. And if you haven't seen either one of these guys wrestle, you have got to check them out. They are a must-see independent wrestling at its finest. Now we saw them go back and forth, and Teddy Hart simply amazes me every time he steps in the ring with what he can do. He is an absolute phenomenon. He gets the 1, 2, 3 over Pentagon, and this was one of the best matches of the week. I am sure you will not be disappointed if you check it out in its entirety, and it is a fantastic match. Hollywood Championship Wrestling. The NWA National Championship was defended against Samuel Shaw. Willie Mack, the national champion. If you have not seen Willie Mack before, he is fast and he is agile for a big man. And he is not the NWA National Champion for nothing. They put on one heck of a match during the 70th anniversary of the NWA and crowning the new national championship. But Willie Mack is one of the best wrestlers for his size that I've ever seen. And these guys absolutely put on one heck of a match. Willie Mack is extremely good at taking punishment. And no matter how many times Shaw put him down, he got right back up. These two guys back and forth. It was a brutal match, and I'm sure if you watch it in its entirety, you will be absolutely amazed at what Willie Mack can do for a big guy. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, some of the best wrestling in the world is going on right now. Willie Mack retains his North American Championship, and that brings us to TakeOver Blackpool. The Tag Team Championship was decided for the very first time against Mustache Mountain and their challengers, Zach Gibson and his partner, Drake. Now, they put on one of the best tag team matches I've seen in a long time. But, unfortunately for Mustache Mountain, they just could not overcome Zach Gibson and Drake. And they are the new tag team champions for NXT UK. And they are a couple of beautiful belts, some of the best belts I've seen in a long time, and I hope these guys are able to hang on to them for a long time. Now that brings us to the Women's Championship match. Rhea Ripley defended her title against Toni Storm. Now, Toni Storm was the winner of the Mae Young Classic. And these two women absolutely tried to beat each other to death. But Toni Storm come out on top, and she is the new women's champion for NXT UK. And I hope to see her having a long future in professional wrestling. That brought us to the Iron King and Pete Dunne for the NXT UK Championship. These two guys absolutely hate each other, and they put on one of the best matches that I have seen on the UK brand to date. However, Pete Dunne retained his title against the Iron King, and he is still the champion. However, Walter made his appearance known in NXT UK, and he is challenging for the championship against Pete Dunne, who has held the title for over 600 days now. Will Walter be able to take it away from him? I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. So, that is the best matches of the week so far. And well, if you like what you see here, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.